Randy Hausner is coming forward to meet with those who suffered at the hands of his brother Dale and hopefully help them find some healing.
I'm glad that you're willing to meet with the victims and the family members of the victims, because it could go positive, it could go in a different direction, not one that you would expect.
But if they get mad and cuss me out in the place of Dale, what if they... I don't know what could happen.
On July 30th, 2006, police pursue their first real lead. Informant Ron Horton tries to meet with Dale Hausner's partner, Sam Dietman, but gives up when there's no response. That same night, 22-year-old Robin Blasnick is out alone on a city street.
Robin Blasnick got a text from a boy she liked, and he asked her to come over.
She left her residence walking in her slippers and her nightwear. Robin suffered from a learning disability. She had her first boyfriend. And the fact that she had a full-time job was just a big step for Robin.
We're headed to the corner where Robin ultimately died. Unfortunately, the corner that she was murdered on was well lit.
It was about 6 in the morning. It was barely dawn when the cops came to her parents' house. They didn't even know she had snuck out. They thought she was down the hall, sleeping.
On August 1st, 2006, the police get a break. Dale's partner, Sam, agrees to have a drink with the police informant at a local bar.
The person that dropped Sam off was Dale Hausner. And this is the first time we ever even knew that Dale even existed. And this is the first time that we'd seen Hausner's car, which was an identical match to our shooting vehicle.
When Hausner and Dietman leave the bar, they head out to cruise the streets. Detective Schwarzkopf and the investigation team must follow the vehicle without giving themselves away.
The night that we had Samuel Dietman and Dale Hausner under surveillance was probably one of the worst nights I've ever spent as a police investigator. We were basically following them to see when they were going to shoot somebody. And we did not know if we were going to be able to intervene in time to save somebody's life. There were several occasions where they slowed to shoot people, but because our surveillances were so close, they didn't pull the trigger.
They track Hausner and Dietman back to their apartment and continue the surveillance.
Sam came back out with a big trash bag and walked over to the dumpster and tossed it in and walked away.
In it was a Phoenix Metro map with several locations marked of sites where we'd had these shootings. Also, we found a Dr. Pepper can, and inside that Dr. Pepper can was a .410 shotgun shell. Also found in this trash bag was the name of Robin Blasnick written in a red felt pen. It's huge for us. The trash bag was huge. It gave us evidence which we'd never had before. Based on that evidence, we were able to get an emergency wiretap.
Oh my God. She was familiar. No, Blasnick. I know what. Blasnick? The information police is now officially right for the shooting death of a young Mason woman and a serial killer. It's now bringing a total of 6. Harder than that. God, shot him twice on the back of the heart. How much she can pull back? That's so much money.
Hausner even involves his 2.5-year-old daughter.
Nine. In the morning. They don't kill anybody.
He was basically, through his daughter, in his own sick way, musing over the fact that they had murdered individuals. It was a big joke to him at that point.
As soon as authorities hear the wiretap recordings, police move in.
Police arrested Dale Hausner and Samuel Dietman, charging them as the perpetrators of the serial shooter crime spree.
I remember the day that I found out. I was cooking some eggs. I was in my apartment. It was still very early, and I just flipped over my eggs, and I got a knock on the door. Well, it was my mom. She's shaking, and she says, "You're not going to like this." Dale's been arrested. They think he's the serial shooter. And I dropped the plate and it broke into all sorts of pieces, and we just stood there looking at each other, shaking.
Dale Hausner is under arrest, but his reign of terror is not over.